Start over.
Olá, boa tarde.
I wore the Coco uniform today.
Yeah, black.
Yeah,
Black.
Plain black.
Plain black.
Is
Plain
that-
but never boring.
Right.
Oh,
Is
no.
that what you're gonna wear in the team offsite photo shoot? Our team photos?
Oh,
Black.
you tell me if I need to bring some.
Oh, that's a big one for me. I'm
colors.
like, what should I wear for the photo shoots?
I think I know what I'm wearing.
Black turtleneck and pretend like you're a writer.
With very thick black glasses.
Hey, Joanna. Hey, Arlene.
Hey, everybody.
Hello.
Yes. Okay, this is super loose, but I remember getting to Portugal and being like, what? So I thought it'd be fun to record a little podcast episode on how to pronounce things, common phrases, how to pronounce things, so that when all of our friends at Olivine get to Portugal, they might have a leg up, or anyone else on the internet who wants to listen in. I'll share this article. We'll go through, but maybe everyone can quickly introduce themselves, what language they normally speak. Go ahead, Madalena.
Oh, me first? Okay. So my name is Madalena. Let's do the full name, like since we're doing Portuguese.
Okay, yeah. Give us the full Portuguese name, like give it.
Do we have
Yeah.
time?
We have time.
Ana Madalena Antunes Soares Carneiro. Yeah, and I'm the art director at Olivine, and my main language is Portuguese. Olá, boa tarde a todos. Yeah, this is actually like the first time that we're gonna get like deep into the Portuguese language. Okay, cool. Yeah, excited.
Love it. Thanks, Madalena. You next, Joanna.
Olá, so I'm Joana. I'm a designer here at Olivine. My first language is also Portuguese. I live in Portugal. I was born here, but I just speak English every day. So this is going to be great.
You guys, you both not only speak English fluently, like at a work level, like I can only order like a cafe, but you also like, catch typos, like write a lot and catch typos from native English speakers. So,
Which we don't in Portuguese. Like
That's very true. We're terrible in Portuguese.
we're terrible.
You need to be an
We're
outsider.
A bunch of idiots in Portuguese.
But wait, Joanna, give us your full name. Come on.
yeah.
We're ready.
Not as big as Madalena's, but Joana Filipa Coutinho Gonçalves.
Yeah.
Barely.
Yeah. How about you, Coco?
Hello, my name is Daniel Cantón, but everybody calls me Coco. I'm VP of Operations here at Olivine, originally from Argentina, so that means my native language is Spanish. But yeah, also not only I've been speaking in English for my entire professional career, but also I've relocated to Portugal about a year ago. So Portuguese now is it's fighting to be my second language. So let's see which one wins.
And your kids, like Pia and Dante.
Pia is already like after 2 months here at school, she's started speaking very fluid Portuguese, and now not only she speaks Portuguese and better than anybody in family, but also she has the Portuguese accent. Whereas I originally learned the Brazilian type, which is quite different. But yeah, Pia can pass as a local.
And she already has like the expressions down, because one thing is like to know the language, and one thing is to have like those little iterations where it's just like, oh, this girl's from around here. Yeah, she already has that down completely.
Love it. Okay, how about you, Ryan?
Hey, my name is Raechel Lambert. I am unemployed. I make coffee.
Startup.
I make coffee. I'm a part-time barista at 15524 Southwest 127th Avenue between the hours of 8 and 9.
Do you want to say the address?
Are you a senior barista?
Yeah. So my second language is Spanish, and it's terrible.
But better than mine. So Ryan's my husband, for anyone who doesn't realize, but Ryan definitely, like when we travel a lot together, he's definitely better at recall, like any language that we're starting to figure out. He's definitely better at it than me. But I would say I'm better at miming. Like when language has failed us, I'm just like figuring it out.
Yeah, we're sitting in the car in Costa Rica and I'm in the passenger seat and I'm just like scrolling through my phone like, hola, ¿cómo estás? ¿Quieres tomar? Like,
I do
okay, cool.
When we were in Argentina for a while, our friend Pame like overheard Ryan and therefore me, because I was saying the same things this time. She was like, what did you just say?
I think it was something like puédeme tener or something like that.
Oh, goodness.
Take me.
Would you like
have
to
me?
have me?
Yeah, I was trying to say, may I have? And I don't know why it came out that way. Yeah.
So basically with Ray's miming and you talking, you make like one barely comprehensive, like.
You never go hungry and no one has punched us in the face. So like, it's been.
Survival skills. You're doing great.
Yeah.
So.
I'll
give all my full name. Ryan has a middle name, which he didn't give, but.
Oh, sorry.
I have 4 names, which is very unusual for American, but apparently not Portuguese. But it's Raechel, Andrea, Arlene. Well, it was McMillan. Now it's Lambert. So I have 2 middle names, which is annoying. It's fine.
I've worked with you for like 3 years almost, and I never knew that you had a second name.
It's not important.
Second and third, right?
And a third.
Yeah, three names.
Yeah, not important. But I think it's interesting because Portuguese women have like 5 names, but.
There is something weird though with names in Portugal, because usually in Argentina, like my wife, she wouldn't have my last name, or some people in Argentina, at least they just add that other last name towards the end, but the most important is the first last name. So you might have 2 first names, or first and second name, and then the first last name out of a series. So my kids do have my last name and then my wife's. So everybody in Argentina would know that the first one is the one that will stick. But here they use the last one.
Yeah.
So they start to skip my last name. So it's just Pia and my wife's last name. Yeah. So I'm like, wait a minute, what just happened there?
That's right. We're taking down the patriarchy.
Yeah. My mom did that on purpose. So we actually have my mom's last name. I don't know if she planned it for like, I'm gonna have kids with different men, so might as well. But
normalize their names.
But it's not normal, like at all. Everyone assumes that Raechel Carneiro is my father's name because it's so. Yeah.
We take the male last name always. It always has priority. So
amazing. Okay, well, wanted to plow through some like greetings phrases. This is not in a great order. This is the order of a blog post that I have. And it was really just the phrases I found that I needed, because I'm very like demand oriented language learner. Like, what do I want to say right now? Let me look that up and figure it out. I will say Google Translate has made a lot of progress over years, but it definitely struggles. Okay, so you guys all have this article open too, but I would like for you to pronounce it correctly, and then maybe some of us will try to repeat it back to you. So just normal hello.
Hola.
Hola. We got that one.
Hola.
See you later. Ciao.
Ciao.
Or in Porto, pode ser ciao, and it can also be até logo.
Oh, I heard that one.
Means,
see you later.
Yeah. Okay, it's kind of like hasta luego, hasta logo.
Até.
Exactly. Yeah.
Até logo.
Logo.
Or also até já.
Até já. Até já is more immediate. It's more immediate. So if you're gonna see someone in like a couple of hours, like I'll see you in a bit. See you in a bit. Exactly. Yeah. So até já.
Okay.
Até já. Please learn something.
Is it 2 words? Até já?
Yes.
Yes.
Até já.
So it's the same as hasta luego. It's the hasta.
Até is until.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, exactly.
Till later. Yeah.
Até, but so in Spanish, is hasta also until, or is it
Yeah.
see you then? Oh, okay.
Hasta. And you can use it physically, like I go from here hasta there.
Yeah.
Like, from here to there.
We use it the same way.
Same way.
Yeah.
Cool.
Please. How about please? Por favor.
Por favor.
Yeah.
Por
that
favor.
one's
Yeah.
Same in
Thankfully.
Spanish, por favor.
pronounced
Por
exactly
favor.
the same as in Spanish. Thank you.
Yes.
Thankfully, one
I
word
think it's a little bit more, a little bit close, like
Yeah, it's
close.
close. Yeah,
Por
it's
favor.
close.
Yeah, can we talk about that a little bit? Just the overall pronunciation.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
I hear like fewer features
Yeah,
like in the
so
word.
there's a lot of people that actually, when they hear Portuguese, they associate it more with kind of a Baltic language or something that comes a bit more from like Russian or
I
something.
think you mentioned Romanian. It's
Romania,
exactly
exactly.
the
Like
same sound.
like it's exactly the same sound. Like sometimes I can hear like Romanian people speaking in their own language, and my brain is trying to comprehend, but I don't know the language, so I gotta hear Czech basically. But what happens is the Portuguese language, it's more close in terms of sounds.
Mhm.
And the Portuguese version from Brazil, so the Brazilian accent, and Spanish is more
You
open.
open up. Yeah.
So Portuguese people have like, it's very easy for us to comprehend people from Brazil, people from Spain, and people
Not the
from
other way
Latin
around.
countries, but not the other way around, because it has that, like, it's more close. So for example, bom dia, like good morning, would say bom dia in Brasileiro, but in Portuguese is bom dia.
Yeah.
We also
Boa
people from-
tarde, boa tarde.
Yeah, exactly.
also people from Latin America, you see, you it feels like you can play with the words a lot more. You feel them a lot more, and you also conjugate the verbs differently. When it comes to Brazilian Portuguese, they say like, "Oh, I'm doing this." They're like, "Oh, estou fazendo." Whilst here it's like estou a fazer. It's much more direct.
Yeah. Even the same thing with Italian. So
Yeah.
just the word ciao, they say ciao. We say ciao.
Ciao.
Yeah.
We have that in
It's like-
Spanish. In Spanish,
Like,
it's,
there you go, and that's
Yeah.
it. Like, over and out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see you again. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nárate logo. In Spanish, we have ciao. But yeah, it's Argentina also has those differences with Spanish from Spain, but definitely the Brazilian type. Most of people that I think they might like it better than the Portuguese version, because it's not only the way it's pronounced, but also it has some musicality along with it, like
Exactly.
how they
It's very
pronounce
pleasant.
sentences. It's
Like a song.
really cool. Yeah.
Very
We're
pleasant.
like, no. We
Fancy.
don't want any of that. We don't want any of that.
No pretty stuff, just say
They are
it.
corporate language.
One thing I found funny is, so Madalena and Joanna knew each other from college before they joined Olivine, but only ever spoke, obviously, Portuguese to each other. So then we all get on a call with me to meet Joanna for in a work capacity. And Madalena and Joanna are both, neither of them heard each other speak English before. And Madalena has more of an American accent, and Joanna has more of a British accent. And they were like, wait, you have a British accent, you have an American accent.
How come?
Yes.
Yeah,
I just asked her, like, before the call, like, do you speak English? And she was like, yeah, I can handle it. Okay, that's it. And then the second she opened her mouth, I was like,
That's not
Yeah.
English, that's British.
Yeah, it used to be a lot more. Now it's a lot more Americanized, I think, because I do speak with Americans every day. So,
Yeah.
No,
but
it's still
sometimes you can
British.
still sort of.
Well, you could tell if it's British because there's extra syllables everywhere. Like so is 2 syllables. What?
That's true.
2 syllables.
And the T,
Hello,
the
3
letter
syllables.
T, she doesn't skip T's.
T.
Yeah. British.
Never skip tea.
so
Uh,
would the British accent be the Brazilian accent of Portuguese, like the equivalent?
Oh,
But how did this happen? So Joanna, because was your English teacher British? Is that?
Oh, no, not at all. My dad speaks several languages, and at home, my mom only speaks French fluently. And so it was kind of a thing to speak in English at home. And my dad has a British accent as well, because that's the way that he learned it whilst he was traveling for work. And also, I thoroughly enjoyed Harry Potter. And Harry Potter, the first movie came out whilst we were at first grade. And so, yeah, it kind of took on, but it was a mix of both those things, yes.
Funny side note, my mom, when she saw that movie, she was like, "Ugh, those fake British accents are terrible." I'm like, "Nope, we're all British."
Oh goodness.
Everybody's British.
That's
or there's no real British accent. It's all fake. Yeah.
When we were in London, Ryan literally spoke in a fucking British accent.
It's not true. This is not true. This is a lie.
I believe that. I believe that.
This is a lie.
And I think we may share the same.
I'm sorry to everybody over there. Sorry, you guys.
I don't think, well, if anyone noticed, they didn't call him out on it, but we're like at a cafe ordering breakfast and he's ordering in a British accent. I'm just like, someone is going to find you out.
Well, and I saw this funny YouTube video a long time ago. Like, how do you make English sound like Irish? You just pretend that you're talking through a straw. You sort of sound like you're talking in Irish. You just squeeze it through there.
But I get the same. Like every time that I travel, I feel like I'm losing the accent depending on where I'm at. And even when I'm in Lisbon with my dad, like I just go like full Lisbon accent, which is very different from the Porto one.
Okay.
That is very
I
true.
didn't know that.
Very,
I'd like to know more about it.
No, you wouldn't. No.
In Porto, people swear a lot more. I do know that.
We swear a lot more.
It
Yes.
feels a little bit like Boston versus New York. Like New York and Boston have very different accents. They're only like a 5-hour drive from each other.
Oh, and I can totally see that in Porto being the Boston accent, because I feel it's rougher,
More gritty.
and like fuller somehow, you know, just
more
like
impactful when we
exactly,
talk to somebody, they will pay attention.
Yeah. Ren and I like go home because we're from the Boston area. We'll start jokingly talking to each other in a Boston accent, and then like 3 days in, I'm like, are we joking or
are we still joking or
are we in too deep? Is this our new reality now?
that happens with me and Joanna sometimes, because they're like mimicking like people that actually speak the thick Porto accent, and then it's been like lost. 2 hours and you're still in it.
Yeah,
at least that it is so subtle, the differences, like the nuances, that it's very easy to just get into that quickly. But it does happen to me, what I think Ray was talking about, Ryan, every time that I travel, I just mimic, but unconsciously, I just start speaking in that version. So, yeah.
Hilarious. All right, let's plow through some of these greetings. Okay, so we had, I'll try to say them, you correct me. Hola, ciao, the short. Fast version. Por favor, but more close than Spanish. That's please. Okay, we haven't gone over this one. Thank you. For men, go ahead, Ryan.
Obrigado.
Yeah.
Very good.
And then for women, obrigada. Obrigada.
Perfect.
Okay, good day, bom dia. Although I always thought it was with an N when you were saying it, but it's with an M. M as Mary. Yeah, bom dia.
Wait, sorry. Are you closing your mouth when you say bom, or are you saying
no?
Bom.
Bom dia.
Bong.
Very nasally.
Bong.
Bom dia.
Bong dia. Bong dia.
Good.
And I noticed like really
bonbon, you know?
Really cute elderly men, they'll be like bom dia. Like they're no, that sounded too Italian. There's something about them, the way they say it. I can't do it. Somebody else say it.
Also, the hola is hola, right? It's
hola.
Hola.
Yeah, it seems like they're saying like something extra.
It would be like bon dia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bon dia.
more into the day part. They're like, I made it. It's the day.
Yeah, it's like an announcement. Like, I'm here. Hello. How are you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and then we have good afternoon, boa tarde.
Boa tarde.
Good.
Boa tarde.
Yeah.
Okay, and then good evening, boa noite.
Boa noite.
Yeah.
Boa noite.
Good.
It's actually 2 words.
They don't,
Oh,
but
no.
you don't pronounce the final E almost, right? It's boa tarde, boa noite.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
Takes
And
the-
here's what I need to know. What time do we switch from boa tarde to boa noite?
So
From,
yeah, go ahead.
oh, sorry.
I think
So,
actually it's the good evening and good night, right? Like good night. Boa noite is like when you are going home or not?
No,
No, you
Right.
can use it both ways. You can use it
Yeah.
to say goodbye, like então boa noite. Or you can use it boa noite to greet someone when it's
the evening
nighttime,
time.
basically. Yeah.
What
Can use
time?
you can use bon dia until lunchtime, which is around the
Noon.
12, to around noon. And then you use boa tarde, and then dinner time, at around 8,
Sunset.
you would use good evening, boa noite.
This is what was happening when Ryan and I were in Mexico City. We would say buenas noches, and literally they would correct us every time. And wait, what's afternoon again in Spanish?
I was like, it's 7 o'clock. Like, that's basically nighttime, isn't it?
Yeah, it's nighttime for
No.
you guys. Not
They would
Still
correct
afternoon
us
here.
and say the afternoon one, and we're like, but what time do you switch? We kept like prematurely switching.
Yeah,
Dinner
for me,
time.
it's like dinner
Yeah, dinner
time
time.
or
To Americans, dinner time is
Or
like
dark.
5 o'clock.
exactly, but
That's a
that's
lot to
just
me.
That's the issue. That's
that's
it.
the issue. That's the issue for you guys. It's
Yeah.
like you have dinner way too early. Like that's
That's a snack. That's a mid-afternoon snack. You don't
Yeah,
snack
that's
too
snack time.
often. You need to snack more.
We
that
don't
we
snack.
call lunch.
Lunch.
When you have a snack in the afternoon, it's not like in the morning, it's not in the night, just during the afternoon. We call it lunch.
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 Like
Lunch.
Like lunch. Yeah.
Lunch.
Yes,
Lunch. So
What
you
do
go.
guys
Because the
call
actual
11?
lunch is almost. Yeah.
almost.
So you don't use the ch sound as much. You use the ch sound instead of ch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like
Spanish
shout,
uses the che.
shout,
I don't know any other language
Oh,
that
this is
uses
so
that
funny. This
che
is great.
the same way.
shout.
Those sound exactly the same to me.
What
do you
about
do for 11sies?
What?
11sies?
brunch?
Oh, brunch. Brunch,
Yeah.
we use brunch. Like
Yeah,
we
we-
use the word brunch.
But with an sh sound, like brunch, right? Brunch.
No,
No.
we don't translate it. It's just
No,
like we
it's-
have.
Ryan and I were driving around Sintra, like looking for a place to park. And this guy's like, yelling, like, you can't park here, whatever. And then we're like,
Yeah.
how do you say, like, what's the word, for parking in Portuguese? And he's like, parking.
And then he just walked away.
Okay.
By the way, but we would get into a very complete, different conversation there around foreign words, because
Mhm.
especially between Brazil and Portugal, there is a huge difference. I found out that the Brazilian Portuguese, they kind of modify all these foreign terms, adding like a final vocal at the end. So WhatsApp, it's WhatsAppy. Facebook,
Yeah.
it's Facebooky.
Oh yeah.
McDonald's,
Oh,
it's,
that
wait.
thing.
McDonald's, it's McDonald's.
Yes, that's very true.
TikToky.
So laptop is
Oh,
laptop, and it's
Yeah.
infuriating. And it's
Yeah, you're like, dude,
it's
what's wrong?
infuriating.
Wi-Fi?
It's like you don't need to make it your own. Just accept it's a different word. Just accept it. It's like
They
the
can't
French.
help it.
Like the
They
They
French.
cannot leave it open. They cannot leave the yeah.
Exactly. It's like the French. Like every single word, every single country in the world uses the phrase like download, the word download.
Telecharge.
Oh wow.
The
Yeah.
French were like, no, we're not doing that. So they come up with telecharger, and that's just stupid.
Well, in Spanish, you might see descargar, which is like download, but
Yeah, but
yeah, the French
everyone
is way
uses
more
download.
present. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Different, man.
love it.
Goodness.
Moving on. I use this one a lot. Just school. Sorry,
Desculpa.
just school.
Desculpa.
The school.
Desculpa.
So
There,
it's
there
actually,
you do use the finally. Disculpe.
If you don't know that person that well, and if you want to be like a bit more polite because you're not comfortable with the situation, you would use desculpe. Because you're actually like treating them in the third person. So it's like desculpe. But if you know or you're comfortable with the situation, if you know the person, then it's just desculpa.
Which one do you use when you bump into someone at the grocery store?
Desculpe.
Desculpe.
Okay.
Desculpa.
We have that in Spanish as well. Yeah, like second and third person.
Yeah.
But also you have com licenza, which is like excuse me.
Excuse me.
Pardon?
Yes.
Pardon?
We also say perdão, but usually we say more com licença, which is actually 2 words, and it's asking for can
permission.
I go through asking for permission for something.
Okay, well,
with the license, yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm saying sorry wrong.
No, it's
wait,
actually correct. Like perdão, we use it.
Well, I wasn't even saying that right.
Sorry?
I wasn't even saying that right. I was saying pardon instead like
it's perdão with an A, an O, and then the till.
You could say you were French, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But wait, obrigado. Actually, Madalena, you don't really or very usually pronounce the initial O, right? Sometimes it's just brigado.
No, in Lisbon.
That's in Lisbon. That's a rich posh thing. Don't go.
Yeah, that's very true.
Brigado.
That's why I'm always
very fancy.
Like
I thought it was actually the contrary, like shortening was more like a sign of.
No.
Thank.
No.
Thank.
This is the problem
Yeah,
with
exactly.
not speaking the language. Like not only are you not interesting and can't be funny because you don't speak the language, you're gonna say stupid shit like brigada and no one's gonna like you.
And actually, brigada, if you just got the O and write brigada, it means something totally different. It means brigade.
It is a brigade.
Okay. Speaking of work.
Sorry, one thing about the Brazilian type is that when I got here, when I relocated, because I actually studied for a year the Brazilian type, and I even used that for my previous job. So then I was like, oh, I know Portuguese. So I went to the market and was like, bom dia, boa tarde, with all those, and people staring at me like saying, get out. Because they don't like the Brazilian Portuguese much.
That's not true. That's not true.
I was like, oh, I need to adjust.
Jane straight up told us. She's like, I don't like Brazilians.
Yeah, but Jane is a very like particular human being, and we often have like heated discussions about this. No, but so the thing is like Brazilian immigration just like completely blew up in the country right now. So for some people it's hard to accommodate. I don't think it is, but some, and I like 5% of all Brazilians that come to Portugal have that sense of, oh, it's basically the same language, it's the same thing, so I'm just not going to take the time to kind of feel out how I can adjust. And sometimes that can come off like too harsh for Portuguese people, but I don't know.
Ryan, speaking of pronouncing words that you think you're doing correctly, but they have a completely different.
Oh yeah. Okay, so let me see if I can do it. It's been a while since I practiced it, but Madalena, tell me if I'm saying it right. Repita.
Repeat.
Repita.
Repita.
We need to edit this video later.
My 2 favorite mistakes that you guys made in Portugal was that one and Raechel saying pastéis de nada, because nata is cream and nada is nothing.
It's nothing.
So she was like, I want pastries of nothing.
In my defense, they have no calories whatsoever. There's nothing to see here calorie-wise.
Can I try another one? I just pulled up a word and I want to see if I can.
Let's wrap up the receipt one. So Ryan's earnestly going around Portugal trying to learn and he's trying to parse, you know, really making an earnest effort. And so he would ask people, can you repeat themselves?
Repitas, por favor. Repitas, por favor.
No.
In Spanish, that's in Spanish. But then in Portuguese, I would say now, repita, por favor.
But people would look at him like he had 7 heads.
Repitas, por favor.
No. That's very casual. That's like, say it again, dude.
Getting worse.
Yeah.
Then police officers like pull over you like repitas, por favor.
And you're not saying.
Yeah.
And you weren't saying, like, in Portugal, you weren't saying the RE at the end. You're just going to the pitas, por favor, and that's just asking for pussy.
Love you, Ryan. So sweet.
How do you say?
But
So
He
at
was
least you're
being
asking,
well
like,
educated.
please.
He was asking please. So yeah.
Yeah, exactly. At least you're asking please for it.
So
So
just so everyone understood, because she was kind of laughing, Ryan asking for people to repeat themselves sounds like he's asking nicely for pussy.
for pussy.
Don't make
Can
the
I
same-
please have some pussy?
You're just saying pussy, please.
pussy, please. Okay, so
What about
if you don't know how to say it, otra vez, is that another way to say it and then not ask for pussy?
Outra vez is
Otra vez,
it
another way.
works. Or
Mais devagar.
podes repetir.
I can't do that one.
Fathers means can I? It's a whole word that says that
Can
says
you?
could you? Sorry. So when you're saying fathers repetir is actually could you repeat?
But
And
actually,
podes.
It also has a thank you
Like
implied
puedes
in
in
it, so-
Spanish.
Yeah.
yeah.
Exactly.
But actually, what we would use would be no entendo. Like, I don't understand, and people would repeat.
Oh,
the
say
same.
that one again. We can do that one.
No,
No.
so no, no,
no?
entendo.
Entiendo.
Yeah, it's like entiendo, but we don't use it as a, can you say it again? Because I don't understand like the meaning of what you're saying. We're saying as a, can you repeat?
Okay.
Yeah.
That was a funny misunderstanding. Another one was pica.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah,
Hmm.
you guys just went like straight for the.
We just
Yeah.
came to Portugal to get some action.
And they
A lot
got
of
it.
attractive people there. Yeah.
Yeah. So Ryan, I guess we were like thinking so we'll go on a coffee section. We'll save this for the coffee section actually, because
Okay.
there's gonna be a whole coffee section. Okay, let's plow through food. Comida.
Food.
Okay, these were the most common foods that I ended up needing to know. So pastéis de nata.
Yeah.
That's good.
Or just nata, right?
Well, not
Natas.
the cream.
Cafe
Right.
con
You can
nata.
say just natas.
Oh,
Yeah.
natas.
Or
okay.
cafe y nata, like a coffee with a pastel.
Yeah.
Pastel, I mean.
Fine. Yeah.
So when we first got to Pastéis de Belém, which is like the pastry place, I would read it. I read those words and I see Pastéis de Belém. This is what I see. Somebody please pronounce it correctly.
No.
Pastéis de Belém.
Okay. Pastéis de Belém. So it's
De
De Belém.
Pastéis. Yeah.
Pastéis.
Belém,
pastéis.
it's Bethlehem.
Yeah. Okay. I thought it was just like good pastries or something, but no. Okay. How do you say yogurt? Yogurt?
Yogurt.
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 Yogurta.
Yogurt.
Yeah, that's good.
Bacalhau.
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 Yeah.
So this
It's
is the
very
concept.
funny. It's very funny because every time I hear Americans or British people say
Bacalhau.
it's like bacalhau, you just
Bacalhau.
don't read the H. The H doesn't
Like in
exist.
Spanish. Yeah.
Yes.
But in Spanish would be bacalao. Yeah.
Bacalhau.
Yeah.
Bacalhau. Okay, so this
Yeah.
is the codfish that's very popular.
Yeah.
Frango, chicken.
Frango.
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 Go.
It's like friend and go.
This is
Tango.
my bad. This is so everyone else can learn. This is actually what I thought it was, but this is how you know how hard it is. Carne, beef.
Carne.
Carne.
But then you can specify like carne de vaca, carne de
Vitela.
porco, carne de vitela.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you saying V like vaca, or are you saying vaca like
Vaca.
Spanish?
Vaca.
Well, so
Vaca.
in the
In
northern
Porto.
part, yeah, in Porto we say the V's as B's, so it's
Vaca.
vaca, boi, and in Lisbon is V is a V, so vaca and boi, it's different.
Wow, really?
So you are wrong.
Yeah.
You are wrong.
Wow, that's so crazy because they're so close together. That's crazy. Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
in English we say B for B, not V, and then Spanish, but it's like that difference. You only have to go from Porto to Lisbon. That's amazing.
Well, you only
Yeah.
have to like go to Aveiro, which is like the city between Porto and Lisbon, and they have a completely
It's a whole
different
mix.
accent.
Yeah.
Wow.
So tiny country, lots of people speaking different things, basically.
Not
Wow.
bad. Okay, shrimp, camarão.
Camarão. Yeah.
Camarão.
Camarão.
Very good.
I eat a lot of
Camarão.
shrimp. The Portuguese do shrimp great. I mean, I like shrimp, but I love shrimp in Portugal. Vegetables, legumes. Is it just
Legumes.
legumes?
Legumish.
It's similar.
Soup, sopa?
Yeah,
Yeah,
perfect.
perfect.
It's not Chopa?
No, don't say that. Don't say that.
No,
Another one, the third.
What did I? Why
Strike
are
three.
bad words
Strike
so
three.
close to each other?
you're saying suck it.
You say so.
Why are words so? What? That's.
You have a
Come on,
magnet, man. You have a magnet.
You are a magnet for finding the
It's-
dirty words.
Sopa.
Can you?
Sopa.
When do you say S like versus the sh? Like
When it's in the middle.
When
When it's in the middle.
beginning of the word. Yeah.
Oh,
It's
okay.
sapato for
When-
shoe and with sopa for soup. When it's the
Yeah.
beginning, we say s. When it's with a C on the H, we say sh.
Okay.
In the middle, like
So if you,
pastéis.
yeah, exactly. So
Exactly,
if you just
exactly.
see an S in the beginning of the word, you're always going to say like the
It's like the
proper S.
Spanish. Like the
So when I
Spanish.
hear you guys say Cascais, I don't know. Are you
Because it's in
doing
the
that?
middle. Yeah.
But
It's
what
an
about
S.
what about the second S? Cascais.
In the middle or the final one, it's
Yeah.
sh. But if it is the
As long
first
as it's
letter,
not the first,
Yeah.
then it's
Yeah.
So can you say Cascais?
Cascais.
Cascais.
Oh, okay. I thought I
Use
heard
the
somebody say it
same
with
sound
S.
twice.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I mean,
Cascais.
Yeah, probably if you just, or if you're used to the Spanish, language, you would say Cascais. But
Yeah,
it's
that's what I
here
thought
they
it was
say
Cascais.
Cascais.
Yeah, and by the way, for anyone listening, Cascais is a very beautiful place that is west of Lisbon.
Mhm.
Not
very
really,
posh.
even though we're in the section. Okay, and then salad is ensalada, right?
Salada. You
Salada.
actually got that
Salada.
wrong. It's basically the same word in English, but with
That's
an
a
A at
Spanish.
the end.
Oh,
In
no
Spanish, it's
EN.
ensalada.
Okay, I have to edit my blog post. No EN. Okay. Okay.
I
let's
have a
go.
funny thing about food because I think one thing that I would add here is octopus. That
Mm.
the funny thing is that it involves three words because here it's polvo. So if you come from a Spanish speaking language country, polvo, it's powder, but powder here, it's po. So it's very common for us. So it's like every word means exactly the next one. So here, if you say polvo meaning powder, you're actually asking for octopus. And it happened to my sister that I don't know in which context she was asking for powder, but she ended up asking for octopus, something of octopus. And it was
Like,
like
can I have some
totally
baby
weird.
powder for this baby's
Yes.
diaper rash?
Exactly.
Can I get some?
So yeah, that is weird.
But
Yeah.
actually, I have some beef with your blog posts because you have PS. I've since learned this is a Brazilian dish, not Portuguese. So
Which one?
So feijoada.
Yeah.
And I actually have a
Oh.
beef with this. So they have their own version of feijoada, and
Yeah.
we have our own version of feijoada. So every Brazilian people that says that feijoada is a Brazilian dish, like no. We just have two versions of the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I asked somebody in Portuguese, and I only know three of them.
The wrong person.
Basically, I
No.
went out and I ordered a steak, and it came with white rice, black beans, and an entire small bowl full of breadcrumbs. And I was like, girl, where the veggies at?
It's not exactly breadcrumbs.
Yeah,
it's
farofa.
made, it's farofa. It's made from a flour.
Mandioca, I think.
Yeah, it's yuca. It's like yuca
Yeah,
flour.
yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So they
I
do it
love
like
that.
that. Like different meats, the collard greens, they have the yuca flour that
Okay.
seems like breadcrumbs. And then we do it all in one pot.
It's like
And
a
we
stew.
pour it, it's like a stew, and we pour all those meats and all those things over white rice. So theirs is more like compartmentalized, and we do
Okay, well, that's
everything
what it
in one
was.
pot.
It was
See? Okay, yeah, so you ate the Brazilian version.
You
I
ate
ate the-
Brazilian dish, which
Yeah.
is quite popular here, extremely popular, but they
Yeah.
also mainly use black beans. When we do feijoada, it's either white beans or red beans.
Yeah.
And it can have chorizo, cow stripes, I don't know how to
Yeah.
say that in English.
Yeah, thong.
And
Yeah.
and tongue or pork stripes as well, and it's all stewed, and it takes a bit of time, and it's heavily
It's
condimented, and it's a lot heavier, but it's a one pot thing.
Got it. Okay, well, this was definitely a Brazilian thing because they
Yeah.
were very like compartmentalized, but I thought it was Portuguese when I got, because I'm like, I'm in Portugal, there couldn't possibly be ethnic food in Portuguese.
Of course, everything is local. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Coffee will get its own section. We'll plow through bebidos, drinks real quick. So
Bebidas.
bebidas.
Yes, because when I read this today, bebidos also means that you're already drunk.
Yeah.
Oh, so many-
When you say
Which
"Já com
might
bebidos,"
fit the page.
it's like you're already
True. It might be, you know, the outcome, but not the beginning of it.
Okay. I have so much to learn. I was there for 3 months. It was not.
What if, you remember aquecedores?
Caçadores.
Aquecedores.
Aquecedores.
Ah, okay.
What is
Yeah.
that?
Para
Tem,
esquentar.
Heaters.
tem aquecedores?
Tem aquecedores.
Tem aquecedores.
We were trying to rent some outdoor heaters because we were having like a big photo party. And yeah, this was the whole thing. Trying to find a heater. Okay, I like to drink a lot of sparkling water. It's agua con gas. Not
Ou água das pedras.
Oh, I got the spiders.
It
Isn't
could
that the
be-
brand? Isn't that the brand?
No, we also say it
It's
like
kind
for
of-
the type of water.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
kind of like Kishpo, you know, the brand for the snow coat.
Or Scotch tape. Like Scotch tape
Ah.
is not the thing, but it's the brand, but you
Oh,
say
you
it as
have
a
names for
thing.
everything.
Okay,
Yeah.
but
Oh, you
and-
guys.
Wow.
So at least I remember having a boss when I was a kid, and he said it's not sheetrock, it's gypsum board, because sheetrock was the brand name, and he's like,
yeah.
it's free advertising, kid. Don't say that. Say the noun. And he's like this old, like just
The
curmudgeon
proper
with this.
term that nobody
Yeah.
knows. Yeah.
Why don't stop calling it that? God
I mean,
damn it! Get back to work.
Thanks, nerd. Okay, but what is not, so I was saying agua con gas for like 3 months. What is
But
it?
you
That's
can
fine,
say
that's
água
fine.
com gás or água das pedras.
Das
Yeah.
pedras.
Das pedras.
Or you can just say umas pedras, por favor.
Umas
One of our
Umas
one of our
pedras.
friends was calling it agua con gais. Gais.
No.
Oh no, that's wrong. That's homosexual.
That's water with gay.
Yeah.
I'll have some gay water, please.
You know, this is recorded, right? So I'm gonna go back and just check all this stuff because I feel like you guys are just.
You can totally like I'll send this to all my Portuguese friends. And they're
Oh,
gonna have a
no.
laugh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ryan, the only thing we're bleeping out is our address, because I don't want people asking for coffee.
I didn't say what city.
They're
No,
not gonna let you in when you come to Portugal, you know.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
it's this guy.
Orange juice. I really like the orange juice in Portugal because it's always fresh. In America, not the case. You'll get like some shit orange juice water, but suco de laranja? Suco? No.
No.
You
It's
wrote
sumo. With an M. Sumo.
Yeah.
Suco is Brazilian Portuguese.
Brazilian.
You guys,
Yeah.
this is brutal. Okay, say the whole thing.
Sumo de laranja.
Laranja.
And
You
that's
know,
perfect.
like the
Laranja.
big Japanese people fighting like sumo. It's
Yeah.
exactly the same.
It's the same
thing.
word.
Sugar fighters.
Sugar.
Yeah.
Sugar wrestlers.
Okay, let's get back to the most important part. Vino, wine.
Vino.
Vinho.
Vino tinto.
That's
Good.
Japanese. No.
Vino tinto is red wine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vino rosé.
Jose.
You wouldn't say
Jose.
vino Jose. You would just say Jose.
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 Vino blanco, white wine.
Branco.
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 R.
Branco.
Blanco
That's
is
Spanish. Yeah. L with
What
L,
is it?
it's Spanish.
With an R?
Yeah.
Yeah, with an R.
Branco. Branco.
Branco.
Oh my God, this is the most humiliating.
Not at all. Not at
So
all.
Don't know the words.
Okay, and then Vino Verde,
Mhm.
which
Vinho
is verde,
Vinho verde. Yeah, that's
Vinho
good.
verde.
That's good.
green wine, and it's kind of has this, it looks a little bit like white wine, but has like a little bit of a green tint. But what my understanding is that it's like a youthful process with fresh and like light, fresher grapes. It's not fermented as long, and it's from a specific region of Portugal. Do I have this right?
Yeah, Vinho Verde basically
Yeah.
is going to be that first wine
Yeah.
that it's going to be ready after the harvest, basically. So
Oh,
I
that's
really
cool.
loved it. It was super fresh.
it's good, and it has like a tangy, like
Sweet, yeah.
sparkling vibe.
Yeah.
But it's also sweet. It's really good. It's not.
It's not green.
like no.
No.
It's not like it's not a fancy wine. Like
But it's
uh,
full and
but it's
delicious.
delicious.
Friends in the
Exactly.
summer.
It's something that you drink with friends, but it's not
Yeah.
exactly something that you would gift to someone, like to a party.
Unless they really like it. If they like it,
Yeah.
you would have to get a fancier Vinho verde, like
Okay.
Alvarinho or something like
Yeah.
that, which is
Yeah.
a bit more posh.
Is it like
but
Natty
still-
Ice of beer?
What? Sorry.
Is it like Bud Light or like?
No,
Natty
no,
Ice.
no, no.
No.
We'll still like it.
Okay,
It's
so
not,
that's
not
trash.
something that we'll like give to other people or
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's not trashy. It's just
it's
inexpensive.
homely. It's homely.
Yeah, it's
Well,
Yeah,
homely.
yeah.
It's ugly. Homely means you're kind of ugly.
Oh no, it's great.
No.
It's more comfortable, I think.
Okay.
When it's
Yeah.
everybody else's home.
Okay.
I have a question about wines,
Okay.
like the difference in the areas, because I know you mentioned there Douro Valley, and yes, that's one of the most famous like type of wine. But then you have Alentejo, which is from the south,
Yeah.
and I think there are other regions. So, and I think you mentioned Madalena in the past, like some differences, but I don't recall.
Yeah,
Like-
so there's a lot of wine regions, but the most prominent in Portugal would be Alentejo in the south, and then the Douro Valley in the
Yeah.
north. And the Douro wine is much more sweeter, it's denser. It would go well with like heavy cheeses or like things that you do on a Sunday, like roasts, those
Feijoada, for
heavy Sunday foods that you cook for the entire family or something. And then the wines from the south of Portugal are drier. And they will go well with, for example, fish or like drier
Seafood,
cheeses,
pasta.
seafood,
Huh.
pasta, that kind of thing. And also in the Douro region, we also have the Vinho do Porto. So,
And then
Porto
what
wine.
about this Porto, the Porto wine, and
Yeah.
then ginger? I don't know if it's
Oh,
not there,
it's-
but
Ginger.
Ginger
Ginger
is
is a
very
liquor.
different. It's a liquor. It's not a wine.
Yeah. yeah, but
You
so
also
those
say-
two that are very traditional here. So
Yeah,
We
they're very
have-
incredible.
traditional.
I actually have three. Is Muscatel. That's
delicious.
it's delicious. It's from the Setúbal area, and it is considered a wine, but it's something that you eat that you drink as a dessert wine almost.
And
something
it's
like
also
that.
made with a different type of grape.
Yeah.
Muscatel grapes are extremely sweet, and
Sweet,
usually
very
the ones
sweet.
that we use to make the good raisins for Christmas because
Yeah.
they are heavier, sweeter, a lot more moist, I think, and not as dry as the other ones that come in a tiny package. So Muscatel ones are very specific.
But you can
and are
tell,
very, very good.
yeah, even when you eat the grapes, it
tastes
sort
like,
of, it tastes like, it almost tastes like alcoholic honey.
yeah, because
You
it's
know,
so
it's-
sugary, so sweet that you can feel the full flavor of it.
Yeah.
It's really good.
It's super good. Oh, we'll get you some. And then port wine, it is a wine, and you have white port wine, Ruby port wine, and then Tawny. So that's a whole different.
The white one blew my mind because in the States we have the tawny port. Everyone like that's what we think of as port, is that like darker, redder color. But I never really gave port a chance until I got to Portugal, but I really like it. And I really like that it comes in just a small, like it's like more of like a shot glass size.
Yeah.
I'm just not a heavy
strong.
drinker. No, it's
It
strong,
is.
but
Drinking port, you're never gonna drink it like as a shot, or you're never gonna drink it as a
full glass of wine.
It's more of a like ceremonial thing, but even as a family, you know, it's something that we do after dinner. So it's sweet. It's for us, it's good.
It's a memory in a glass.
Yeah.
Have it after a meal with a good talk. That's how you have Porto.
I just wanted to show this.
That's really sweet.
The Porto Ruby
Yeah,
that I got from the ladies. It's the one you got for me, so that was great.
And then
did you like it?
Yeah, I love it. That's why I wanted to mention Porto wine.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I know. I can't believe I left it up, this stupid blog. I just put this blog post together in like 45 minutes, like one night. So we don't have much more time. We got to jump to another meeting in 7 minutes, but let's go through coffee, because for me, coffee is the most important food group. So my take, like as a coffee lover, it's kind of my, my poison of choice, since I don't really drink alcohol, but I found that it wasn't just a matter of translating the words from it was like they make totally different drinks. It wasn't like, oh, find the Portuguese word for flat white. It was like, they just have a whole different drink setup. So correct, jump in if I'm wrong, but cafe is just espresso, not drip coffee. So Americans think that coffee is just drip coffee. And I don't think there's drip coffee in the entire country.
But don't you have, Madalena, the Bica and the Cheio, which is like, Bica is like the very short espresso, and
yeah, but
Cheio
it's
a
still
little bit taller.
espresso. It's not like
espresso.
drip.
Okay.
You call it
The Cheio, you just let it, drip a bit more to the cup, but it's still an espresso.
Okay,
You
so
call it-
Bica is like a ristretto shot then.
Yeah.
Like a shorter.
That's the word. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, but Ryan was, tell me your story, Ryan.
I'll have a pica, please.
Oh God, no! Why do you do that?
So if you were
would
saying
think-
that to a kid, like he would get it as like getting an injection
shot.
shot. Getting an
Getting-
injection shot. But we grown-ups know better. And that
worse.
means you want some D.
For the audience, that's penis or
For the audience.
Ryan is just going around Portugal asking for dick and asking for pussy. Is
and gay water.
Gay, can I have some gay water?
Okay, what?
Where are you from? America.
Oh my God.
What if
That's
he wants to
worse.
repeat his coffee? Yeah, no.
What's so funny is Ryan is genuinely so sweet and friendly and earnest. So people know he's not trying to be a jerk, but they just look at him like, what could he possibly mean? But to us,
Either
Bica,
very
Bica,
weird.
it sounds so similar, But okay, so Bica with a B is like a short kind of espresso or shorter cut. So this was my favorite, Pingaro. Am I saying it right? Pingaro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's an espresso shot, but it has a little drop of foam milk on top, and it just perfect.
That's my favorite too.
Okay, and I will say, freaking everywhere in Portugal, there's no Dunkin' Donuts equivalent. There's no shit coffee. There's nowhere that will pour you a shit coffee. Everywhere, even the places that look like they're really kind of convenience store-y.
Even McDonald's would do like a proper Portuguese coffee.
Good
That's
coffee.
Yeah, the coffee culture here, it's great. Even you have small coffee stores like everywhere, like in places where you wouldn't expect, but
It's
there's somebody drinking coffee. Yeah.
It's all delicious. Okay, this one, I stopped ordering it because I can't even say it. Maya Delight.
Maya
Maya
Delight.
Delight.
Maya Delight. Okay, so this is closest thing to an American latte.
Yeah, it's like a half and half.
Half, yeah. Media is half. Media,
Yeah.
Yeah.
media de leche.
Yeah.
Yeah, would be.
Okay,
When you say maya, do you mean literally like the
Half.
cream half and a half that we
Half.
use?
Is half of milk.
Half
Like
milk,
the
half
little
coffee.
translation
Okay.
is half milk.
Yeah. Full fat milk, half coffee.
Gotcha.
yeah,
But you could say like, and this is just like, you could say a made leite escura. And then they'll take a little bit of the milk out. It's just more coffee than milk.
bit
Or you can say like a light one, and that's usually what you give to kids. It's like you
Yeah.
ask for a made light clara.
Rather.
And it's basically, it's like
Almost
a
like
light,
a gallon, like a gallon.
yeah.
Oh, yeah,
And then it's mostly milk and just like a itty bitty tiny bit of coffee.
Okay.
Which they also call it garoto, right?
It could be, yeah,
the
in the
inverse
south.
of the pingado, it's garoto. It's mostly milk. Yeah.
Yeah.
so cappuccino, same, pretty much the same. I will
Yeah.
say, like, compared to like urban American cities, cappuccinos are more like Italian cappuccinos, where it's like a lot of foam, kind of decadent. They usually put like powdered, dry, like
Cinnamon, right? Or
It's imported. Like Portuguese people
Yeah.
don't really drink cappuccinos, so
yeah, but like a cappuccino, like in New York or San Francisco, would be like very short, no powder, not a lot of foam. It's like kind of a wet cappuccino. But then in Portugal, they're very like decadent, feels like an Italian dessert cappuccino. And then the last one, which I kind of have a funny story and then I have to jump. Galao, which is basically a glass of steamed milk with like a tiny bit of espresso.
Mm.
It's milkier than a latte. So when I was like trying to figure out this translation, I was thinking Galao was like a latte. And I go to this convenience store kind of cafe type place and they have all these little, they kind of look like mini empanadas, like little different types of breakfast pastries. So I point to one and it's, it's the scallop size one. And I order a Galao, which is like a shrimp empanada and a glass of milk. It's like ordering a hot chocolate and a hot dog for breakfast.
So let me just like quick like cheat sheet about risóis, which is those like little empanadas that you're saying. When the edges are like completely flat, it means it has meat in them.
Yeah.
When it has like little waves, like you mentioned, then it's gonna be shrimp.
Oh.
And then when it's a rectangle, it's actually cheese with ham. So that's how you know what's
No.
inside.
We need like a little icon.
Oh, we'll do that for the
Yeah.
So yeah, at the
Good.
beginning of my Portugal trip, I was going around ordering like a shrimp empanada and a glass of steamed milk for breakfast. And it was fine.
they were like Americans. Yeah.
Girl. Okay. Well, that concludes our very well thought out, definitely
First
not safe for
podcast.
work podcast on
we
Portuguese.
should do more.
We should totally
This
do
is
more.
so much fun. Yeah.
More
So much
sections.
fun. And we have people
Clothes.
from other countries in the team.
I know we'll have to do part 2, like with more Olivine people and get their reactions to some like things that they bump into. Because so fun.
I'll have to practice my Portuguese.
Also, I really want to film everyone like in September, like tasting their first pastel de nata and like capturing those.
Pastéis de nata.
Yes.
That's funny.
Yes.
Okay.
If somebody says they don't like pastel de nata, they are immediately going back.
Oh, they're
Oh,
fired.
they're fired. Yeah.
Reason.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ciao, everybody.
Ciao.
Tchau, Deus,
Hello.
pessoal. Obrigada.
Ciao.